Hey, what's up, guys? Dr. Brandon Schreiner here, owner and operator of Revive Chiropractic in Lewis Center, Ohio. This is your tip of the week every single week, looking to bring hope, health, and wholeness to you and your family so you can live to your God-given potential. This week, I want to talk about fevers. These tips of the weeks are super awesome for me because what I do is I just handle questions that are coming into our office, or I'm at the grocery store, I'm at the gym, and I hear someone say something about, hey, I heard this or I heard that. So I'm really just kind of trying to give you and answer questions that are real life questions. I just had my wife just had, we just had our third child, Hendrix, 9 pounds 5 ounces. We have 3 beautiful boys at home, and so fevers is something that in a parent can be kind of a scary thing. And I will tell you that there's 2 different models of thinking. There's the kind of the allopathic model that's like, hey, if it's 100.4, bring them in because we're going to get that fever down. And then there's the chiropractic, the body is never making a mistake type of model. Pathology doesn't exist, just abnormal physiology. And so I'm kind of in that realm, but I want to explain to you why that is. Because here's what I want. The first principle that I want to talk about is that the body never looks to injure or harm itself. And what I mean by that is that, if someone gets cancer, it's an adaptation to a toxic body. The body is not really trying to harm itself. It's doing what the environment is telling it to do. If a child spikes a fever, then there's something going on inside that child's body that would elicit this immune system response to work to kill the infection. Ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, that is a good thing. Why would you want to interrupt that process? Blood pressure, right? So if someone's blood pressure goes up, it's like that's just physiology. The body's doing what it needs to do to be able to adapt to the environment. And so in kids, one of the worst things you can do is try to take down a fever. They're going to get hot. They're going to get cranky. They're going to be they're not going to sleep, right? And so you're going to have a couple nights, a few nights, maybe even a week where you're not going to sleep well. But the benefits of letting that fever ride itself out so that way your body can naturally, create this natural immunity is so much more beneficial. The last thing I'll say is that when you kill a fever, and every time your child gets sick or isn't breathing right, you go and you give them an inhaler, or you give them medication, or you give them something to stop that process, you create a weak body. And what I mean by that is that if the body never has to struggle and to fight and to build natural immunity, then the body will always be weak. And when the body is weak, the body's like, well, I was exposed to a toxin, so now I'm relying on a pill or an inhaler or something. And so we have to think more natural immunity. We're in this world right now where everything's shots, potions, lotions, whatever, to try to scientifically build immunity. That's not the way that God created our bodies to work and to heal. And what you're finding is that when you go against God's plan and you start doing all this outside in fake immunity stuff, the body begins to rebel and do all these weird things. So fevers are not a bad thing. They're a good thing. As I close out here, when do fevers become a problem? If your kid's fever is super high, hey, that's why we adjust kids, right? That's why we have them come in. We adjust the, upper cervical area of the spine really gently and specifically, and we begin to lower the fever down. Not that the fever's bad, but we're trying to keep, the body in a state of healing. If a fever gets too high, I've never seen it. I'll be honest with you. I've never seen my children have had fevers up around 103, 104 before. And it's a little unnerving, if you've never experienced it. However, sometimes I've never experienced this, but they'll say if a fever gets super, super high, then the child could seize. But there's emergency situations, but 99.9% of the time, a fever of 100, 101, 102, even 103 is the body's natural response to be able to try to kill an infection, which is an amazing gift that the body was given. This innate, inborn healing mechanism that God gave us. And so don't mess that up, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mess that up, moms and dads. And if you have questions, right, that's why we're here. We're here to give you knowledge. I was talking to someone the other day that knowledge is potential power. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is only power when you use it. And so here's the knowledge. Take this, use this with your family. If you have questions or concerns, give our office a call, 614-781-8808. Don't forget about our organic canned food drive. If someone you know needs to hear this message, if you have a friend that's got a lot of sick kids and a big sick family, have them call our office, right? Bring in 10 canned foods. Their new patient appointment is going to be $45. It's normally $170. And so, hey, we're always looking to bring hope, health, and wholeness to you and your family so you can live your God-given potential. I'm Dr. Brandon. Can't wait till next week. Until then, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.